It's been 4 months since I posted my last video. What the hell have I been doing? Maybe a sick Valorant montage. Or like a Rogue Company video? Ladies and gentlemen, I present... Ooh, a flower. Murder. It's waifu time! That's right, Genshin Impact. This game hits all the right spots for me. Mindless farming, the ability to feed my gambling addiction. Oh god. Oh god. Enough daily routines to call it a second job, and so much RNG on items, I'll be chasing the perfect stat rolls well into my retirement years. Hey, not bad. If you're debating on starting up Genshin, let me give you an overview. And if I help you decide if this game tickles your fancy, why don't you tickle my fancy by hitting that thumbs up icon down below, along with that big red subscribe button. And the bell too? Probably not. Expect a lot more Genshin content to be coming out of this channel, like tips and breakdowns on mechanics, etc. Oh, and I stream on Twitch too, twitch.tv/KamiGG_. The links are always down in the description, along with a link to my schedule in case you're interested in that. I've been playing a lot of Genshin on stream, so if you have any questions, feel free to drop by and I'll help you out. All right, let's go! Genshin is a free-to-play RPG gacha. It's a lot of words, so let's break this down. The free-to-play sounds exactly how it sounds. It's free to download and play. Nice. The RPG aspect is similar to a lot of other RPGs with a little twist. You acquire characters through playing the story. Each character has an element associated with them, like fire, ice, water, etc. And you can have up to 4 people in your party that allows you to combine those elements to create reactions to help you defeat the foes. You can level up those characters along with their weapons, artifacts, talents, all that stuff to become stronger. And then you use your stronger characters to defeat harder foes, which gives you better loot. It's the RPG circle of life. And then we have Gacha. What is that? I like to break down Gacha into 2 sections, loot boxes and gated content. These loot boxes are not what you probably expect. It's not like a lot of other games where you can just pull cosmetics out of these loot boxes. You can actually pull new characters and weapons. Pay to win! Sir, please. And the gated content kind of just refers to how much the game limits you on your progress. There's a resource in the game called resin that regenerates over time, and it's required to do like 90% of the content. It's a way for the developers to kind of be like, slow down, don't beat the game and then completely forget about us. I don't want to bore you with a bunch of numbers, so let's just say this. If you're not used to gachas, this is going to feel like a slap in the face. The feeling of just wanting to play the game and then the game tells you no is so weird. Now for the casual player who doesn't really have a lot of time to play in the day, this is fine. But for us sweaty gamers, the gated content feels like a middle finger. Now there's still a decent amount of stuff you can do in the game that doesn't require this resin, like, I don't know, doing mining runs, farming mats for different upgrades, cooking. That's right, there's cooking. And it works just like in real life. You click this button and things magically appear. Nice. Now as for the loot boxes, yes, there are different tiers of characters you can get, like 4 stars and 5 stars. And yeah, some characters might be a little bit more powerful than others, but you want to know a secret? Come here. I heard Betty was making out with Tom. And also, you can complete 95% of the content in this game solely on the characters that they give to you in the story. I know. Tom, she can do better. And the game gives you the currency or primo gems, the currency you need to pull new characters just through playing it. So nobody will realistically just be stuck with the base characters. What I'm trying to say is don't let the whole pulling characters out of loot boxes scare you too much. You can easily enjoy this game being 100% free to play, unless you require this cute little bastard. Then be prepared to drop a couple hundo when she comes back around. All right, so let me sum this all up into a nice pros and cons list, then you get to make a decision. Pros. 1, its artwork resembles that of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and it's just beautiful. I love it. 2, you can fly. Glide. Now I'll admit, after a few months of playing, the spectacle of flying has kind of lost its ooh and ah, but still, you can fly or glide, whatever. 3, the combat feels fluid, I mean smooth. Plus being able to mix different elements to create different reactions, like mixing electric plus fire equals a giant explosion of doom. It's just fun. 4, sense of progression, it's there. You can really feel getting stronger as you hit higher account levels or adventure rank, and the mobs definitely become more difficult while also dropping a good amount more loot. You're just very aware of this progression, and I like that. 5, daily routine. Now, this might not actually be a pro for some people and more of a con. Trust me, I played World of Warcraft back in the Burning Crusade, and the amount of dailies and how long it took was just depressing. But the Genshin Impact dailies take about 5 to 10 minutes, and you get some XP and some primo gems. But I don't know, I like order in my life, so sue me. don't. And 6, it's currently available on multiple platforms, being PC, PS4, and mobile. PC and mobile have cross progression, so if you want to do some mundane tasks like mining and don't feel like getting up off of your couch to go to your PC, you can just do it on your phone. Been there. Cons. Number 1. While this game is beautiful, it's hard capped at 60 FPS, which you probably won't notice on mobile or PS4, but you will notice on the PC. At least I did, and it took me a while to get over that. 2. The amount of primo gems, you know, that currency to pull new characters, they give to free-to-play players, it's pretty bad. They're actually starting to implement new things into the game that allows you to get more primo gems as you progress throughout the story, and they just keep mailing me free primo gems saying thank you, which I'm not arguing about. I just don't know how long this is going to keep up. They do look like they're improving it, so this might not be an issue here in the near future. Fingers crossed. 3. While we're on the topic of pulling characters, the rates of pulling 5-star characters in this game is bad. And I'm talking even for gacha standards, which are already pretty ridiculously bad. There is a pity system implemented into the game, so when you pull enough from one loot box or banner, as they're called in this game, you'll get a guaranteed 5-star, and that's at 90. That's a lot, by the way. You technically hit a soft pity earlier on, but I'm not going to talk about that. It's confusing. And this pity system helps, but every gacha game that I've come across has it. So if you include it, Genshin Impact's rates are still really low, even for gacha standards. And 4, resin, or that gated content resource I referred to earlier, it recharges pretty slow. Once you burn through all the quests, side quests, got the chests and whatnot, there's not much more you can do to raise your account rank or your adventure rank, except for dailies and using your resin. So let's say you get on tomorrow, you have about 80 resin and your dailies to do, and it's gone. Like I said before, there's still a lot you can do in the game, but just referring to raising your adventure rank, those first 15 to 20 minutes is the majority of your leveling. After all this is said and done, it's been 3 months and I still find myself playing Genshin every single day. I love how simple the game is, while also how in-depth you can get into it when you're thinking about theory crafting for team compositions, builds for characters when you're trying to defeat that end-to-end game content. Also, this game doesn't have any PvP, so those before mentioned better 5-stars that you can acquire, they don't really matter. It just allows you to progress easier and allow you to do super endgame content quicker than a free-to-play player would. That's about it. Now I'm talking a bunch about free-to-play player stuff, but let me be honest. I've spent over $800 in this game while streaming it. $200 of that was my own, and the rest were from gracious community members in my channel. I'm very aware that a lot of people don't have that much money to spend on a game, and not everyone has the venti easy button. I'm winning. Being free to play is going to require a lot more pre-planning, knowledge, and patience. Luckily, if you decide to dive into this game, you'll have me. My next video is going to be a beginner's guide, and I've already started working on it. So stick around and I'll make your free-to-play journey much smoother. Before I go, let me say this last thing. It's very easy to get sucked into watching your favorite content creator do some polls on a banner, get a 5-star, get really excited, and you're like, I can do that too. But understand this, the rates are bad, just like with any gacha game. And for you to reliably get a 5-star, you're going to be spending at least $200 worth of primo gems. Do not spend money you do not have. Please. Honestly, if you have any form of gambling addiction currently or even in the past, I would suggest you stay away from Genshin Impact and any other gacha games on the market. Seriously, be safe and don't spend the money unless you have the means to. Again, keep a lookout for my next video where I cover key beginner tips for you to be a professional uwooer in no time. As always, remember, don't be a dick. Have a good game. See ya.